Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about physical media Jamie and how physical media Jamie has elevated movie watching, not just for himself but for others, and has built this unique space to elevate the activity of watching a film, right? And I want to take this a little further and talk specifically about how physical media Jamie has created something that we need to work toward as dungeon masters. All right, let me explain this. So physical media Jamie, who is he? He's this incredible physical media triumvirate. Okay, he's three things at once. He is um, he is a celebrator of physical media. He is a champion of physical media, and he is a guardian of physical media, right? So he has created this collection of 3,000 Blu-rays and 4Ks, all in physical media, all films and shows. And he has built this space in his home, this room where you go in and you see all of this physical media, and you can choose it, and he can choose it and watch it. He talks about what he's done, but I actually think so. I'm really fascinated by this guy because I'm trying to accomplish exactly what he's on Dungeons and Dragons, exactly what he's accomplished for physical media, right? And what he's done is he's made a space where cinema could be elevated even higher than going to the big screen. All right, so I have to say I'm a movie snob, right? And I don't have a lot of respect for people who watch movies on the small screen, right? I go every single week. I see the brand new movies in the movie theater, and I'm like, I'm better than you. Period. Like you're a casual who watches what plops out 3 months later. You don't even have the right to review a film, in my humble opinion, right? It's like me, somebody who went to like a 5-star restaurant, got food, and then got food at lunch and then ate it that night for dinner and gave it a bad review. I'm like, you don't even have the right to review the art you're watching, right? So I'm kind of a film. I'm without a doubt I'm a film snob. There's no two ways about that, right? And I've never seen anybody who's created a space where art is elevated higher than what I'm doing. And I'm not telling you something. Literally, if you go to the movies right now, you will see, Tom Cruise and every, star worth their salt saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching this movie the way we intended it to be viewed," right? But I think physical media Jamie has done something better, right? So if physical media Jamie decides, and I don't think he's aware of this because he's never talked about it, right? But if he lives in Australia, right? So I'll never have this, good fortune because he's not my friend. I don't really know him. You know what I mean? But like, if he went over to his neighbor's house and he said, "Hey, would you like to come watch a movie with me?" And they're like, "Well, what movie are we going to watch?" And say, "Listen, if you're, this Friday night, just come over to my house at 8 p.m. and I got a treat for you, right?" If that person comes over, they see this room, right? And there's 3,000 films. And these are films that have been curated. They have been specially chosen by Jamie. This is the Jamie collection, right? And and when they see this, and every single one is in pristine order, ready to watch, and many of them are sealed. They're not even open, right? Like, half his collection is sealed. When he's pulled stuff off the shelf, it's sealed, right? It has never even been opened, right? And I was like, why does he have a bunch of movies that aren't even opened? Because he elevates film to this incredible level, right? And he's like, hey, and he lets a movie sit until, like a fine wine, right, to watch when he wants to watch it. And it is astounding. I've never seen anything like it, right? So that person, when they come over, they would look at this collection and they'd be like, holy cows, these are the movies he selected, right? And I can watch, and with him, anything I want to watch, right? And like, there's and if I choose this film that's sealed, he will break the seal on this thing and we will watch this together. And I will watch this from physical media that no one has ever watched, right? And it is just the hardest rejection of casualness, right? This is elite viewing, right? And so physical media Jamie has created this space where he's like, hey, you know, it is an honor for you. And he would never say this, I know, because he's too humble, he's too kind. He's an amazing human being, and who is guarding the art of literally tens of thousands of artists with his collection. It's incredible, right? He's celebrating that art and he's championing it all in one fell sweep, right? But his collection, the invitation to watch a film with him, becomes something unforgettable. It's never going to be matched. You're never going to be invited over to someone who has carefully curated a collection like this and then is willing to break the seal for you, right? Like, this is it. I never thought could be an experience higher than the big screen, right? But physical media Jamie, I'm a film snob, and physical media Jamie's interaction with film is better than mine, right? I've been defeated, right? Like, this is better than going and seeing it on the big screen, which is astounding. I didn't even know it would be possible to have a small screen experience that is more honoring of the original art than the big screen. And so when I look at physical media Jamie, he has created this thing, this celebration of the discipline of film. And this is where we need to go as dungeon masters. We need to create a space that is profoundly better than anything else any other dungeon master has created, right? Where people are like, we struggle with issues like, there's murder hobos at the table, right? And the reason we're there is we haven't created a space like this, like physical media Jamie, where everything about the experience is like, you should be honored to sit in that chair, right? Because of his dedication, because of his celebration, his guardianship, and his championing activity. He has elevated physical media to a space that I want my Dungeons & Dragons game to reach. That's the goal. That's the bar. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing. Please check out Physical Media Jamie's channel. It is 10 times better than mine. Don't watch my videos before you watch his. And I just wanted to say thank you for letting me share my opinions on this and where I want my Dungeons & Dragons game to go, and this new bar that I've kind of found, right? And a new hope in how to get it done. Because I think if we do the things that Physical Media Jamie has done for physical media, we can elevate the Dungeons & Dragons experience far more than anyone's ever seen. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear yours. Please get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.